Hitler, still unknown, will recruit his accomplices in the early 1920s in a troubled Germany. The vanquished of the First World War have only an army reduced to 100,000 men. So everywhere, former soldiers still constitute groups of mercenaries. The country is afraid of falling into civil war. In this procession, a small group from southern Germany has chosen as its symbol the swastika. It is called the National Socialist German Workers' Party, NSDAP. Born in Munich, this small party attracts workers and the unemployed. In the front row of the spectators, Hitler, 30, small employee of the army, is not yet its chief. He is only its 55th member. This veteran of 14 to 18, known the fights on the front, to the rank of simple corporal. Since the defeat, he only thinks of avenging Germany. Hitler quickly established himself as the leader of the small party by speaking in the beer halls of Munich. He denounces the humiliations inflicted on his country. But its resources are still very limited. Set up in this rear brasserie room. This is his first office. He writes his speeches on this modest corner of the table. To have more echo, it misses in Hitler more prestigious representatives. In the fall of 1922, when a personality came to listen to him, he feels he has found an ideal candidate.
Hitler was really full of joy, because he said, "You see, there we have a wealthy person, a war hero. That is propaganda that we need. He's someone we absolutely must have, as a member of our party."
The new recruit has a certain panache. Hermann Göering, 27, was a fighter pilot during the Great War. In combat in the sky, he shot down 21 aircraft. Hermann Göring was even decorated for his bravery of the Cross for Merit, the military's highest honor.
They were practically the only heroes that German propaganda put forward. We made postcards and everyone in Germany had more or less knowledge of the exploits of this or that officer. And that's why Göring was someone who was very famous with decorations. He really is a character at that time.
After war, as the German military aviation is disbanded, he is unemployed. But in Hitler's eyes, Göring presents another interest. He has connections in high places.
Göring brought him his considerable prestige and social network.
The flying ace married a wealthy woman. Karin von Fock comes from the Swedish nobility. They met in the family castle, close to Stockholm. The couple frequents the aristocracy and precisely, Hitler needs donors to finance his small movement. Upon joining the party, Göring is immediately propelled at the head of the armed militia, called SA. Less than a year later, in Munich, the Nazi Party wants to take power by a coup. During this November 1923 putsch, a shootout breaks out between the Nazis and the police. There are 16 dead. For the Nazis, it is a total failure. Hitler was locked up for 8 months in the fortress prison of Landsberg. His party is dissolved. In cell, he writes Mein Kampf. In French, Mon Combat. Seriously wounded by bullet, Göring, he is on the run. He is inadmissible on German soil. He has to be operated on and he is treated with morphine to ease his pain. He becomes addicted to drugs. Göring takes refuge in Stockholm, in the country of his wife. Without profession, without future, he has bouts of violence.
It gives him a mental breakdown, and from the moment where it also becomes a bit difficult to manage. It was his wife who, at that time, preferred to put him in an asylum to treat him.
Göering made several stays in this psychiatric hospital around Stockholm. According to his confidential medical records, he was admitted for morphine poisoning. Göering is portrayed as suicidal, self-absorbed. He explains his mental disorders because he sees himself as politically dead. But the following year, it was reborn from its ashes. Thanks to the presidential election of 1925, an amnesty has just been proclaimed. He is allowed to return to Germany. Without his Führer, Göring is nothing. He hopes to regain his place as leader in the party. But the current does not pass anymore with Hitler.
Hitler at the beginning wasn't so keen to see his ex-SA chief again, because now he has another SA leader.
So Göring reminds Hitler the services he rendered her.
He said it, "Me, I lost everything. I was always your most faithful collaborator, so now it's up to you to show me a little bit of your appreciation."
Hitler needs dedicated men, and he finds a new place for them. Göring won't fight in the streets anymore, but he must conquer the worldly salons. He will struggle to regain his rank. He did not succeed until 1928, when he entered the Reichstag, the German parliament, elected among the first 12 Nazi deputies. In 1932, he even became president of this assembly.